Welcome back to the Kaspa Silver YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the different forks that have happened in the past with Bitcoin, and on top of that, explaining how the future forks for Kaspa will be coming very soon. I know I'm doing a face cam today, and hopefully I'm going to start doing this a little bit more often, but not every single time because I don't want to show my face all the time, but enough of all that, let's get straight into it. All right, so to start, Kaspa today has currently been up about 3.68% right now, and again, still consolidating in this area over here. The whole entire market today is waiting for the CPI inflation report. I'm currently recording this on Wednesday, but this is going to go out tomorrow on Thursday. So to start, we're going to be talking about the forks basically. So back in the past, Bitcoin has had multiple forks, and basically what this means is when Bitcoin has this fork, it causes basically a new network to form. In other words, we have things like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Gold. All these are hard forks of Bitcoin because people were not satisfied with Bitcoin at its core and what it was able to do because of its scalability issues. So, since that was the case with Bitcoin, people went ahead and did forks. So, if we take a look here and look at Bitcoin Cash, for example, you can see here that Bitcoin Cash was a fork of Bitcoin, aiming to be a lot more cheaper and faster when trying to do transaction fees. But as you can see, it just completely failed. It was never really successful at all, and I don't think it will ever be successful. We take a look at the About Bitcoin Cash section. You can see it. Bitcoin Cash is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system that aims to become sound global money with fast payments, micro fees, privacy, and larger block size. As a permissionless, decentralized cryptocurrency, Bitcoin Cash requires no trusted third parties. Bitcoin Cash was created as an alternative to the first, most valuable cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. In 2017, BCH developers modified the Bitcoin code, releasing their software version in a full-fledged competitive product, which split Bitcoin into two blockchains, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is a result of a hard fork in the blockchain due to differences in the community over Bitcoin scaling and the Segway upgrade. Moreover, another hard fork, which divided Bitcoin Cash into two parts, Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin SV, took place in the fall of 2018. So basically, Bitcoin Cash is a fork, and then you have a fork within a fork within a fork because people are just trying to make Bitcoin, they're trying to just basically recreate Bitcoin and make it the best it was supposed to be. But they're all failing at doing this. And in my opinion, the only person that has been able to successfully make what Bitcoin was supposed to be was Jonathan when it comes to Kaspa. Kaspa is actually the alternative to Bitcoin. There doesn't need to be a hard fork of Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin at its core is perfect. It's not able to scale, and that's its problems. People need to accept that and realize that it is that store of value. And since it's that store of value, now we look towards Kaspa being a alternative and actually a currency worthy of being having the same fundamentals of Bitcoin, but still trying to be a global electronic cash system. So, how does hard forks look like in the future of Kaspa? So, if you don't already know, hard forks, they first start with someone rewriting the code and running it on a node. And basically, what happens is there's tons of other nodes that are miners, which mine to those nodes, and they can set their node to the new code, to the new network. So then they start mining Bitcoin Cash instead of Bitcoin at its core. So this is going to happen as well with Kaspa. If we look at the developments over here, we're going to see Rust is currently being upgraded at the moment. So upgrade consensus to follow the Dagnite protocol, and then you have upgrade for the Rust. Both of these are going to be hard forks in the future because they're upgrading the core system of Kaspa. So what's going to be happening here is Rust is going to be implemented into Kaspa on a new code, and basically the miners, the people who have the nodes, are going to have to choose to switch to the new upgrade. And there's no backwards compatibility to the old Kaspa. So if you stay in the old one, all of the majority of people are going to move to the new one. So you're going to be mining on an old chain of Kaspa. Now, all this is pretty much going to be changed in the background, and a hard fork has actually happened one time with Bitcoin, and there was no more backwards compatibility to that old network. It was a hard fork, boom, but they kept it core with Bitcoin. They didn't change the name or anything, and there was enough people that agreed to do this upgrade. So that's basically what's happening with the Kaspa Rust upgrade. Kaspa Rust is going to upgrade uh, from where we're at right now, from that Golang coding to the Rust coding, so that we can increase our blocks per second, become faster, and then the hard fork is going to happen. These nodes are going to have to choose to start mining to the new network, and I'm pretty sure everyone would, because I don't see why you wouldn't. Kaspa is going to be faster. It's going to be faster and still remain practically feeless. And then in the future, again, there's going to be another hard fork with Dagnite, which is upgrading Ghost Dag to Dagnite. And basically, Dagnite is a new consensus protocol written by the authors of this kip that archives responsiveness while being 50% tolerant. It is therefore faster and more secure than GoStack. So this is going to add more security. So which it governs the current Kaspa network. In DK Dagnite, there's no prior hardcore parameter K, and consequently it can adapt to the real K in the network. Con Concretely in Dagnite, clients or their wallets should incorporate K into their local confirmation policy transactions, similar to some clients requiring 6 confirmations in Bitcoin and sometimes 30 confirmations. So this is going to be backwards compatibility, breaks consensus rules, requires hard fork, adds and potentially breaks RPC API. So you can see here that it requires a hard fork so that we can be compatible with this, and it's going to be the same thing with Rust. It's going to be another hard fork. So we have 2 hard forks coming in the future for Kaspa, but these are going to be highly organized hard forks that people are going to agree to, because this is to further the Kaspa network and make it better. All right, let's take a look at ChatGPT to kind of summarize what we just kind of talked about. So what is a hard fork? So a hard fork is a type of update or change to a blockchain protocol that results in a permanent divergence from the existing blockchain. It occurs when the software of a blockchain network is updated and becomes incompatible with the previous version, leading to a split in the blockchain. And that's what you got with Bitcoin Cash, SV, Gold, all those happened. But with Caspa, this is going to be an organized and welcomed hard fork. People today, right now, could hard fork Caspa so that it could be ASIC resistant, and I would recommend you guys go ahead and do that, and you guys will see that that other Caspa is just not gonna succeed. This splits creates a new blockchain that is different from the old one, and nodes running the old software will not recognize the new blockchain and vice versa. So again, nodes are basically hardware that's running the blockchain. It's confirming transactions. When you get a node, you have to download the whole entire blockchain. In Caspa's case, we're only able to download 3 days of past history, and we're trying to actually increase that to be way more. With Rust and Dagnite, we're going to be able to download even further back. But Bitcoin, you actually have to download the whole entire history of Bitcoin, and that's 512 gigabytes. And if there's a hard fork, basically you have to upgrade to the new software and download the new blockchain, basically. So hard forks can occur for various reasons, such as to fix security, improve network, introduce new features. And then kind of summarize again what is a node over here. So you could see in the context of blockchain technology, a node refers to a computer or device that participates in maintaining the network by running a copy of the blockchain software and contributing to the validation and verification of transactions. Nodes can be divided into 2 main types: full nodes and light nodes. Full nodes store a complete copy of the blockchain and validate each transaction, while light nodes only store a portion of the blockchain and rely on other nodes for transaction validation. So yeah, that's just a quick little summary about the future of hard forks and Caspa, and how hard forks were in the past. There was a hard fork for Ethereum as well. That's why there's Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. That was a hard fork that happened because I believe there was some kind of vulnerability on Ethereum that allowed someone to hack millions of Ethereum. So what they decided to do was create a hard fork and basically go back in the past, kind of just reverse the transaction that happened, and then just have Ethereum Classic and Ethereum. you guys should look up that the history of Ethereum Classic and also the history of all the other hard forks with Bitcoin, because it's pretty interesting to read, and just also the fact that all those hard forks failed, especially for Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to be taken over by a hard fork. I think Bitcoin's here to stay. It will always be number one in my opinion because it has the longest history backing it, and it's just has a lot of history and security. So to end off here, so thank you so much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, don't be average, be different.